The election is right around the corner, and historically, after every single election, crypto has performed well. Today, we're going to talk about two altcoins from every single bullish narrative that I believe are in good buying ranges right now. Nothing I say in this video is financial advice. You need to do your own research. We're going to start off with the AI deepin narrative. Even though this narrative and utility narratives in general haven't seen as much upside compared to memes, which I'll talk about later, I still think utility coins will bounce back, and especially this AI deepin narrative that has so many external factors that can kick it off. So what are some altcoins that are in a good buying range right now? First up is AI tech. I know. I talk about it every single video, but there is a reason for this. In one of my recent videos, I talked about AI tech being a real contender for getting a Binance listing. The reason for this is that AI tech has now stood the test of time because they've continued to market throughout this entire bearish period to stay relevant, which leads me to a more important point. The team is loaded. Getting the Binance listing is going to cost a lot, and with the revenue streams that AI tech has, this will be no problem at all. They've also explicitly stated that a tier 1 listing will come within 2024. I think AI tech is a $1 billion project. I think a very conservative price prediction for this in an altcoin season is a bit more than a 20x, maybe 20, 30x. Could probably do way more than that, but 20x will also align with the predictions of the team. So I think AI tech is in a very good buying range right now. Next AI deepin coin is ORT. ORT has already been featured on my channel a couple of times before. It's also one of those coins that we've been accumulating in the VIP Discord. ORT is part of the AI deepin storage narrative. These guys have already managed to secure some insane partnerships such as Lenovo, Seagate, and Dell. The number of nodes have also been increasing at an insane rate. If we go back and check on the 5th, I made an AI tier list including ORT, where the total amount of nodes were at 30,000. So many bullish things going on for this project. We also have ORT Hub, you have ORT AI storage. They're also doing buybacks and burns. This is a $1 billion project in my opinion. As for the price we're seeing right now, I still think this is heavily undervalued for what they're able to provide as we speak. They don't have to promise anything. Their products and services are already live. And they're also making a lot of money to further fund R&D and exchanges, of course. So that is the reason why I'm calling it a $1 billion project. Even though ORT saw a 2x from the lows here back in September, this is a perfectly justifiable level to buy ORT. Next up, we have layer ones. Again, I'm going to provide two layer ones that I think are undervalued. One coin that will perform well that I haven't talked about in a while is going to be Lithium. Why do I like Lithium? Lithium has a good sharding solution. They have their stateful UTXO model and it's proof of less work. Team is super active, continuing to develop, has demonstrated that it can perform really well. Now, as far as the price of Lithium, after this rally where it did a bit more than a 100%, many people were questioning whether we would see Lithium hitting $1 ever again. I told people to be patient, never rush anything in crypto. Now I think $1 might be a very psychological level for Lithium, especially where we're at right now, with BTC performing really well. But right now, I think Lithium is at a perfect DCA price. Next up is Kaspa. Now, Kaspa has been performing extremely poorly over the last couple of months. One of the reasons for this is their ties with Israel. Many of the devs are from Israel, and some of them are being quite vocal about what is happening with regards to the Middle Eastern conflict. And you can actually see that Kaspa's price is correlated with Israel, as you can see with this dip. And this was the whole thing around Israel and Iran, and the contributors are not exactly helping when they cannot stop commenting on geopolitical stuff that has no relevancy to the project. Now, apart from this, I still think we're very early in this entire ecosystem, especially with regards to KRC20, meme coins. I know it's experiencing a lot of FUD right now, and I know so many people that were saying that once Kaspa reaches close to 10 cents, they would buy. I just had another VIP buy alert at around 10 cents. I'm going to keep on accumulating this. This is a bag I'm holding for long term. Will Kaspa reach $5 this cycle? Probably not. Do you need it to go that high? Of course you don't. I think Kaspa is at a very good buying level right now. Next up is the RWA narrative. I do think you should have at least one RWA coin in your portfolio. So the first one is Relio. Relio focuses on tokenizing various asset classes, including, for example, private equity and real estate. Now, Relio had a tokenomics upgrade not too long ago. There was a governance vote that the supply was going to increase from 75 million to 175 million. The reason for this is to incentivize validators of the network. The dilution will not be a problem for the average investor. It's going to take many, many years, and you will have sold the project by then. But because of this, we saw a pretty substantial sell-off. In my opinion, this is just FUD. This happens all the time. Holders don't like the uncertainty. They sell off, and people that can see through the FUD scoop up some tokens at a cheap price. Right now, the team are migrating tokens. Don't worry, that's why the chart looks a bit weird. I still think Rio is at a good buying range. Of course, like always, DCA into this project. Next up is PropBase, also an RWA play that I think will perform really, really well. Here you can get fractional ownership of real estate. Now, PropBase offers a very transparent form of property investment. Team is also doxed and competent, which is really important within this narrative, as a team will need to comply with all the legal and regulatory frameworks. It's on Aptos, which have performed quite well over the last couple of months, and the same can be said for PropBase ever since our low of 5 cents back in July. I think PropBase right now is at a good DCA range. From these levels, I do believe a 20-30x conservatively should be well within reach. Next narrative is gaming. Recently made a tier list of all the gaming picks, which you can go check out after this. The first pick here is going to be Heroes of Mavia. This is a strategy mobile play-to-earn game. The thing I like about Mavia is that not only are people playing the game right now as we speak, but there is a huge market for these type of games, especially in countries in East Asia. I've shown you guys this before. If you guys remember Axie, my biggest gainer of last cycle, one of the reasons why Axie did so well was because people from East Asia were farming this. It was actually very lucrative for them to just grind the game. And gold farming in games is not exactly new. It's been going on for many, many years. Same thing in Venezuela, where you can actually earn more money playing video games than you would in a normal job. And I believe Heroes of Mavia is very well positioned to take advantage of this. It's also backed by Binance Labs, and you already know they are waiting for gaming to take off so they can list it. If we take a look at the chart, it does seem like Mavia has claimed $1 as a very firm line of support, and I still think at these levels, Mavia is such a great buy. I do honestly believe Mavia is a billion-dollar project, and that 30x will be very doable for this project. Next gaming pick is Altcoin, OTK. And a lot of the same arguments I had for Mavia doing well applies here as well. OTK is a gaming aggregator studio built on Solana, has easy to play games, target audience is defined. These guys are making partnerships left and right. You can also win rewards such as the Solana Seeker. OTK is even smaller in market cap than Mavia, still only on KuCoin, which is, by the way, a very good exchange. A lot of people are worried about the lack of exchange listings, as OTK got this listing all the way back in 2023. But keep in mind, they are waiting for altcoins to switch bullish again. There is no point in getting these listing now when altcoins aren't doing anything. So now OTK is still under 10 million in market cap, and at these levels, OTK is at a very good DCA range. I just had a buy alert for this. OTK should be able to do a 30x very conservatively. And finally, we have memes. So the meme narrative has been the best performing narrative by far over the last couple of months. Now, here is where it gets tricky, because the ones I usually talk about have been pumping. From my last videos, Punk is up, Turbo is up, Doug is up. One that is, well, also up, measuring from where we got in the Discord, but that's Maneki. Maneki recently had a 100% pump. Do believe this is heavily correlated with the fact that the team is on a marketing spree in terms of partnerships. Maneki was also featured in my video regarding low caps that will get a Binance listing, primarily because of its marketing. But it's also a meme coin that is related to sub-narratives that have been performing really well, being Solana, Cat, with this cartoon-ish content. But recently, it's made partnerships with huge football clubs. And it's honestly such a no-brainer if you think about the millions of people who are going to be forced to watch Sheffield United and Naples play. They're going to see this random cat on the shirts and on the banners, and they are of course going to look to buy once crypto goes mainstream again. And you can see it on the official Twitter of both teams. They're getting spammed by the Maneki community. It would be a foolish thing not to have a Binance listing when we switch bullish again. And Maneki has also stood the test of time, really built a good community. The team is loaded, and at these levels, really good DCA opportunities, especially if you don't hold any Maneki from before. I still think you're super early for this one. I see this cat being a $1 billion meme coin without a single doubt. Next up, I want to talk about a new meme coin, which is Speedy. But of course, at the time you're recording, we are pumping, so be very cautious with this one. Wait for a pullback. Do not invest in green candles. Keep in mind, this also ran significantly over the course of a bit more than a week, not too long ago. Again, you want these coins to spend considerable time ranging around these levels, get the holders to be tested, give them time to nourish a cult-like community. But Speedy is an ETH turtle meme coin, quite similar to Turbo in the sense that it taps into this AI/meme coin narrative. The whole concept is that Speedy the turtle is going to slow and steady win the race. So actually a meme coin that promotes patience, which I believe will facilitate hodler mentality. Like I said, do not buy this right now. Wait for another dip. Look at key levels like 2.5 to 1.5 cents, and then perhaps look for an entry. So price predictions for meme coins are probably the hardest thing you can predict because the fundamental value is connected to something so intangible compared to the other utility projects. So I mean, this could be $1 billion meme, who knows? If you look at Turbo is a bit more than $500 million, was very close to 1 billion at some point. So it's in the realms of possibilities, but this one is definitely a meme coin I would pay very close attention to. I will increase this price again when we make a new all-time high and the altcoins start to pump. For this low price, you get a portfolio review, a bunch of courses like exit strategy, DCA course, gem hunting course, profit taking calculator made by another Dare VIP member, because we have a great community. I know the big YouTubers will probably sell all of this in some stupidly overpriced bundle. You're getting it all for $49. But like I said, prices will of course increase very soon because the value right now is a bit absurd, to be honest, but it's still a small channel and people think subscribers correlate with competence. I can for sure tell you that's not the case. A fellow VIP member also requested that I would make both entry and DCA ranges for all the coins I am bullish on. So I've made this and I will update it frequently, so you will never have to worry about whether or not it's a good time to buy a project. All of this for $49. You can also pay with crypto for a very nice discount. I hope to see you there. As always, take care and stay safe.